How's it going, guys, and welcome back for a new video. It is time once again to release a Pseudo Nuke. This right here is the 180 efficiency fusion for Pseudo Nuke, and let's just go ahead and jump straight into it. Now I kind of want to start off a little bit different today. I got a few comments or a few questions about this Pseudo and the amount of holes. So of course you can get more holes with this right here if you wanted to. This right here is it's decent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and number 11 right here. So there is a way you can get way more holes. Not really way more holes, but you can definitely get more holes. So if you followed my videos or followed my Pseudo Nuke videos, you should know that I talked a little bit about how these cannons works and how you actually get it to the Pseudo Nuke. And if you haven't really followed along, I'll go ahead and explain a little bit more. So you pretty much use your auto entities to make sure that TNT lands in between these. Now I kind of want to show you that as well, so let's go ahead and take out our quickly one right here. We're going to set this here gravel, and we can go ahead and we can skip one. We can, so over here we can skip that and set it to a red sand right there. And then we can go ahead and do one more if we wanted to, but I can just stack it up, so give me like a second here. So we're going to set this gravel, we're going to set this red sand, and the order of entities and how this works is pretty simple. So what we're going to do now is that we're going to mark up each line. As you can see right now, we're marking up each line. We're going to do the same under here. Actually, that's fine. Okay, so Pseudo Nuke uses the order of entities, so as soon as this gravel here falls down into the cobweb, it takes off one of these right there. And then when this sand right here is down in the cobweb, it ticks it off again, so it's probably going to be that one over there. That's pretty much the basic how to kind of explain it. And then each row that lands into the cobweb, it ticks off TNT right here. Now it's pretty simple, so now let me go ahead and show you exactly how it looks like, so you get an understanding. Oops. On how it works. So what we're doing now is that we're gonna quickly show you guys how this TNT is getting in between. So if we stack this down, you will probably see that right here where it starts a new row, as you can see, that there's a hole here, as well as a hole every time there's a new, as you can see right here. That's also why that when you increase your sand compression, you will very easily see that, oh okay, well this is kind of fucking up a bit, and that's because the length of this right here is pretty much the length of your sand comp. So right here we can quickly say, okay, our sand comp is, boom, it's 16. Well, that's not true. Okay, so well, it's 16 right here, and right down here you'll see it's also 16, and if you go a little further down, it's 16. So it's each row right here, and you can see how the TNT is kind of in between this right here and blows up. And it goes all like that all the way up. So if you want to get more holes, let's say you want to get more holes than you actually have, you can either use this method right here with a smaller sand comp, or there is a trick that you can use to get more holes. Now I'm not really going to come much into it, since we're not going to use that method. Maybe at a higher cannons we can get a longer sand compression, but right now we're not going to use it. But if you think like when this right here takes off, that's because these two rows here, like the bottom row on this one and this one right here, falls into cobweb, then it takes off. You can get more holes if you have different delay on these two sand right here. So if this one here drops one tick before this one, then if you play around with it, you'll be able to get way more holes. But of course we're not gonna use that method right here. We're fine with 11 holes for now, which is not really that bad. So we're gonna keep it as it is right now. With 11 holes. But that is just a quick little answer to one of your guys' questions on how you can get more holes. It's fairly simple to get more holes, but also it can be very complicated for some people, therefore I haven't really done it. This right here is pretty much a normal for Pseudo Nuke. It's pretty much how you can learn the best. I think that's how you can learn the best, at least. And maybe when you guys get the understanding of this Pseudo Nuke, we might be able to go further and actually make a Pseudo Nuke that makes all of these beautiful holes. Just double it up by taking off these two differently. We can easily do that at some point if you guys feel like you want to do that. But this right here is 11 holes right now, works perfectly. There's no problems whatsoever, and it's efficiency fusion, so you should be able to see that you can you can fire at great range as well. This right here shoots 20 to something chunks, pretty sure, and that's not even capped out. You can shoot further on this one here as well if you do some things. But this right here is 11 holes, and it's really annoying to patch. Trust me, I did it all the time on Austria that I'm playing on right now. I patch it all the time. And it gets kind of annoying, but what you can do is just put a shockwave right here, mine all the way down, but it's still pretty annoying. But this right here was the 180 for Pseudo Nuke, and of course efficiency fusion. If you don't really know what efficiency fusion is, I'm gonna go and let you guys know. Efficiency fusion is pretty much where whatever you see right here, everything goes into one block away from the power axle right next to it. So the power is right here, and on this trapdoor is the sand, slapboard, scatter, hammer, you name it, and that's what gives us this cool little thing where you can shoot a little bit further, which is really awesome. Now these Pseudo nukes right here has a great distance in between them. They have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So in theory you should, okay, that didn't want to run, I'm out of sand. So in theory you should be able to press them or compress them a little bit more if you have what's it called, a smaller sand compression. So if you have a 6-long sand compression, you will of course get a lot more holes. Or you can of course offset these two so they fire at different times or fall at different times. Right now they fall at the exact same time. But we can go further into how you can get more holes as soon as we talked a little bit more about and release these cannons right here. We can talk a little bit more about how to get more holes. It's a little bit complicated, so I didn't really do it on this one here just because I don't want to scare you guys away from the Pseudo nukes. It's fairly simple, as you can see right now. This method here is very simple, and it's a good way to learn at least the first time my team will talk about Pseudos. We can go further into Pseudos later on, but right now we're gonna stick with this design right here. But that is pretty much the answer to the question. You can get more holes. It's just a lot more complicated. I will show you guys at some point how you can get more holes. But right now, let's just focus on this method right here. So we shot a few times, and as you can see, these holes here is equally all the way down, so you can shoot through them if you wanted to, which is pretty cool, I guess. So this way, right here, you can really fuck somebody's walls off. Really annoying. Anyways, this right here is the hammer ticks. Now, if you want to change the hammer ticks in any way, you can change it right here on this one right here. Do not change it over here, even though it's full. Change it over here. Because you don't want to fuck up the order of entities. The same goes with over here. You can change any of these repeaters, really. It doesn't really matter which one you change. But that's for the hammer. This right here is the slap bust. You can, you can enable and disable that right here. I left a space right here, so you can just put a repeater if you want to downward hybrids or whatever. This down here is for the piston that holds up the slap bust in the middle. So as soon as you fire, this one here pushes away, the slap bust falls down, and it closes again, and then you're good to go. So that's pretty much how that goes. You can increase the slap bust, but if you do so, you'll also need to increase the ticks down here a little bit. Not too much, it's not really a big deal. Over here we have a dual sand compression. Right now we are using, let me count how long this is right here. It's 8 long. So right now we're using an 8 long. Right now we're also having 16 stacks in between, and we have 16 sand in between each hole because both of these here falls at the same time, meaning 8 plus 8 equals to 16. So every 16 sand there is going to be a TNT blowing up. So at Y180 that's around 11 holes with the scatter, which is awesome. Down here we have the scatter. Right now it's on. Of course it only creates a little hole. If you want a bigger hole you can just quickly turn this one on right here, but you don't really necessarily need it. Just have it on this right here and it works just fine. It creates a small hole, as you can see. It creates a hole all the way down, but you can put a comparator on it right here and you should be able to see a little bigger hole. This cannon here also works as a normal cannon if you just go ahead and disable this Pseudo nuke, which is placed right here. If you disable that one and just put the scatter on. It works as a normal cannon. There's no difference. Everything we did to make it for Pseudo is pretty much off. So that's pretty cool as well. So that's how you can kind of disable it, so you don't really need it anymore. And I guess that's pretty cool. This right here doesn't use a guider, but we do have red sand right here. So what happens is that this one here pushes the red sand here, and then this one here pushes down to this one and then out. I may build a little in storage right here, as you can see right here, so you can have an extra line of red sand right here. Pretty cool, so you can shoot a few more times without actually running out. This is also a bonus, I guess. Other than that, guys, I'm pretty sure that's pretty much it about this 180 for Pseudo Nuke Efficiency Fusion. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this series here, and if you do, remember to like this video here, comment down below if you have any suggestions, questions, whatsoever. And as always, guys, remember to subscribe to my channel. My name is Dexter, and I'm out.